AITA for refusing to style my 12-year-old daughter's hair. Basically, I'm white and Native American. My daughter's dad is Puerto Rican and Native American. My hair is straight and blonde, and my ex's hair is black, coarse, and frizzy, poofy. My daughter has a mixture of both of our hair. When it's longer, it becomes more straight and super easy to style. When it's short, it's nearly impossible to even brush through, let alone style. I've always had long hair, but her dad and her grandmother think long hair is ugly. I mean, there was even a time back years ago where my ex's mom insisted on cutting off my dead ends and told me she wouldn't cut it short. It was down to my ass, and she literally chopped it right below my shoulders, and said, "Oh, that's so much better," and got pissed at me for saying I hated it and would never let her touch my hair again. Needless to say, me and my ex broke up shortly after. For years my daughter would go to visits and come home with her hair chopped off if I made any comments about it. I was met with a "she's my fucking kid too. You aren't the boss. What happens at my house is none of your business. You don't make the fucking rules." But 2 years ago my daughter started telling them she wanted to grow her hair out because she couldn't style her short hair without my help. And we were both getting pissed off and short-fused over having to wake up 1 to 2 hours earlier every morning just to brush through her hair and style it to a point where she didn't feel insecure at school. During that time they respected her wishes and didn't touch her hair. But a month ago, her grandmother and dad started bitching about her hair again. I made a point to tell them not to touch her hair without her permission, because I have a newborn at home now and can't take 1 to 2 hours every morning to style her hair anymore. Well, they convinced my daughter to chop off her hair this past weekend, and sure enough, my daughter is in my room at 5:30 a.m. asking me to help her with her hair. While I'm nursing my newborn, I told her no. I had just started feeding the baby. She immediately flipped out. She said my grandmother said you should be taking time to do my hair and that you have to kids. Not one. I texted the grandmother and asked WTF she said to my kid. And she said as a mom you need to prioritize both kids, not just the baby. Do your daughter's fucking hair. I didn't do my kid's hair. She is blaming me for feeling insecure at school now. ETA. She told me she gave her grandmother permission to cut her hair. She cannot style it herself. She can't even brush through it alone. She has tried. It takes me 1 to 2 hours brushing and styling it. She's been to salons. I've paid hundreds for product that basically just mask the issue. What it boils down to is that she cannot handle her short hair without my help. And I do not have the time or energy to take 1 to 2 hours every morning to do her hair right now. After being up with a baby all night, her grandmother, and her dad all knew this because I straight up told them before cutting my kid's hair that I didn't have time to do her hair in the morning. It was a power play or an attempt to turn my kid against me, which is why her grandmother made a point to tell her that I have two kids, not one, and should be taking time to do her hair. And what you guys think and advise for OP's situation? What would you do if you're on her situation? Let me know on the comment section. Now let's go to the top 3 comments on community comment section. What's their opinion about this? From Moonchaser70, I'm probably gonna get roasted for this. But NTA, if she feels that she's old enough to make decisions about how she wants her hair, she's old enough to realize that it takes work to maintain it in that style. She's been there with you when you were fighting with it short before. It's not like she handed you a wig and came back later to put on a styled hairpiece. She's growing up, and she needs to learn how to do things for herself. It may be a hard lesson, but better she learn it now. This may also be a good time for a talk with her about not giving in to pressure from anyone else about how she wants to look. If she truly wanted the short hair and let her grandma style it, then welcome to responsibility. And grandma needs to fuck right off with that bit about you having two kids. Not one. She and your ex knew exactly what they were doing. From Beautiful Report 58 NTA, however, there needs to be a resolution to this ongoing hair dispute. Take her to a salon and decide on a low-maintenance style for her. Then go to court over this issue. Otherwise, you will have to continually revisit it. Your ex and his mother are the ones creating the mental anguish over her hair. They should be the ones to financially deal with the situation and be forced to stop cutting her hair. From Frisfernch, your daughter is 12. Time for her to start doing her own hair. It seems like you and your ex's mom are using your daughter as a way to continue a fight that she should be left out of. And here's our next story. AITA for calling my girlfriend a bitch. For lying about an emergency to test my commitment, my girlfriend 29 female Andrea and I 29 male have been together for a few months now. Everything had gone smoothly until yesterday, when she pulled off a ridiculous stunt. She called me late at night to say that she's seriously injured, having panic attacks, and that no one else is with her as her parents are out, which was true. They were out. She said that she's also got some chest pain, and she thinks that she's dying, and that she's in a really bad state and can hardly breathe. She was heaving while she spoke. She begged me to help her, said that she's already called 911, but that she also wanted to let me know, and I was shocked. I took my car to rush towards her house, and it was only after reaching that I found out that she was joking about it. She met me joyfully and said that she only wanted to see how committed I am during an emergency, as that's an essential part of a relationship or something. I lost my temper and asked her what the fuck her problem was. She said that she was just testing me, and I got pissed off. I called her a fucking bitch and told her that I did not deserve to be treated like trash and made use of like that. She was crying by saying that she only wanted to check whether I am a good fit and that I overreacted. I left the house immediately and haven't talked to her since. She's been texting me, but I just ignored her. AITA update. After talking to her about it, I have decided to give her a second chance. She's apologized a lot and promised to never do that again. I'd be more careful, of course, and I won't be trusting her blindly, but I have thought that I'd give her one chance, especially since she's shown herself to be regretful. And what you guys think and advise for OP's situation? What would you do if you're on his situation? Let me know on the comments section. Now let's go to the top 3 comments on community comments section. What's their opinion about this? From Ad18 for 33 NTA. Run. She intentionally put you in a state of panic, causing you to drive in that state of panic, which is a recipe for disaster, an accident waiting to happen. You need to focus on the fact that she never gave your feelings any thought at all. She didn't dismiss your feelings. To dismiss your feelings, she would have had to consider them. She didn't even think about you at all. Your panic was what she was looking for. It made her happy. It made her laugh. That's how sociopaths feel. If you were killed in an accident on your way to her, it would have been a home run for her. Next is from Emma fucking Princessnup. Shows the awe. Testing you like that was a pathetic and childish thing to do. Find a new girlfriend. Not even married couples do that. She would have found out how committed you were when your relationship got to that stage. That's your red flag. Don't ignore it. And you called her a FCN bitch in sheer anger. You had every right to be angry. I would have been just as angry and said similar. And the last one is from you who 60 NTA. Did you card her to make sure she's 29? This sounds like high school antics. She's not girlfriend material. She's immature and foolish.